So I have yet to turn the camera on, but the 26 car is down here at the CSI booth, and I am a very happy customer of CSI. So, is this thing not badass or what? All the good stuff on this. Look, Kevin, you did a good job.
With what?
With this.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
The team made it easy.
Yes, I'm sure they do make it easy. All right. So I don't know which one is rebound, so I'm just gonna tie them both down. Oh, holy shit. Whoa. That is ridiculous. Lee said that I could play with the stuff here. That's what it was for.
No, it's for playing.
That's what, that's...
You didn't believe me. I was up here turning it. Oh, nice.
Man, that's pretty nice. This combed your hair. Man, you look good. The voice of Usac, Chet, and the man behind all the stats, Richie. I always want to call him Ricky because that's my brother's name. So this is kind of a funny pairing right there.
You made it, P-Man.
I did. You did too, Dave. You did too.
I saw your post on Facebook that you were planning on being here tomorrow, but
babysitter
bailed.
Yeah, babysitter bailed, so...
It's like
and we have
figure out a way to get here today.
Yes, and we have a banquet tomorrow, so really, if I'm going to be prepared for the banquet, I have to stay home tomorrow, make sure my kids are taken care of, get them taken care of, then go to the banquet, which I thought I had a babysitter, so I didn't have to do any of that, but so I was going to come to PRI tomorrow, and but it doesn't work out. Life doesn't work out. Got ready. And you know what? I got 4 hours here, and that's plenty of time to see everybody.
I don't have those. You want the high resolution 3600.
Check this thing out. Simple but classic. Love the surfboard.
Yeah.
Supra. LS swap 350Z, I believe. Maybe a 370, I don't know. I should know. I own this car. Oh, it's a 350. Check out this thing. Prototype car or something. Big old wing. It's like my high school pickup truck. I do all my own editing. I do all my own filming. So if you're gonna go watch it, you know, this is gonna be a little clip, and that's, you know, I am the camera guy. It's been a lot of fun.
So let's talk a little bit about your season. One of the things that I admire about you is the fact that you seem to be one of those drivers that can hop in a race car and win with the team. You won with how many different team members? At least 4, maybe 5?
5, 6 maybe. You know, should have been 7 with Shawn Michael. You know, we kind of like gave one away. I feel like, you know, throughout the year you give a couple away. Even in the midget, I feel like I gave away 2 or 3 through circumstances, but yeah.
I talked about this, and I tried to do a segment. I don't know how it came across. We were down to Turkey Night Grand Prix down at Ventura Raceway, and I went back and I was doing something from the RMS pit. And I was talking about the difference between Justin and you. And Justin is he has his iPad, he's got all his set up notes, he knows everything's by the book. Whereas you kind of ballpark the car and then go from there and make it work. And what kind of explain that a little bit? It just seems like you're more of a, like, you know what your behind's doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does. Do I have to talk into this, or can I just hold it?
You just
like,
hold it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can just hold it. Does it sound good
You
here?
can stop looking at yourself on the
Okay.
big screen there.
I can't help it. I can't help it. It's distracting. So what was the question? Justin Grant. Justin Grant. Yeah, he is. He loves his notes, and I pretty much just love to be at the races, and I love to be in a good mood. And it seems like that is what makes me race better, is being in a good mood. Should I just talk to you? I guess
Yeah,
that's what I
sure.
should do. Okay.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Being in a good mood, well rested, hydrated, is best for me. The hardest thing about racing sprint cars and midgets is the anticipation. We're already like kind of risking our life on the racetrack and hanging it out there, and so that's kind of nerve-wracking enough, but that's what I do. And so like you just push that down and ignore that. Okay, so ignore the danger, ignore the scared part, and then you have to just do good work. In order to do good work for me, I have to be in a good mood, and just kind of good vibes, chill vibes. The beach vibes at the end of the year were great. Ventura, hats off to the guys at Ventura. That was actually fun.
That was an awesome track. I think it was there at the end of the year.
That was
Absolutely
actually
great.
fun. The qualifying track, had some holes, but we can deal with that. I didn't qualify good. I feel like it was his fault, but it was my fault because I drove the car. I take blame for everything I do in the race car, even though I like to point it somewhere else. Or I shouldn't say I do. Everybody else likes to point the blame out elsewhere. I try to not do that, but anyways, I diverted the question. Back to you.
Back to me, and I'll just say this. Do you find it hard to believe that you're one of the Wiley veterans these days, or do you still feel like you're one of the kids?
I still feel like I'm one of the kids. I'm dating a kid. I act like a kid. I have more toys than most kids. I am living my best life for sure, and I'm really just surprised that I'm where I'm at. Like I'm a race car driver. That's 10 years ago, if you would have told me I was going to be where I am right now, I would have just kind of like chuckled. For one, doing the single dad thing, and then for two, just having the rides and having some success. It's tough. 10 years ago, watching John Stambro just make everybody look childish. He'd just drive by everybody. 30 wins a year for like 2-3 years, and it's like, how am I ever going to do that? I have no idea how I'm going to do that. And a buddy of mine, Jamie Fox, he's a go-kart guy. He worked down at Hoosier, and yes, his name is Jamie Fox. He's a big white guy, though. He kept telling me, just like put your head down and do work. You think, does John Stambro like run his mouth? Because I kind of run my mouth. I'm good at saying some stuff. So he says, don't. John doesn't say anything. They call him the silent gasser for a reason. He does two things. He's silent and he gasses. Okay, and so I really just kind of like calmed down and started trying to do good work, and it's been good. Here I am. Living my best life, racing for a living, talking to Chet, the voice of Usac.
And let's talk a little bit about you. Talk about racing for a living, then. But you've done other types of racing too. I know you're involved with drift racing for a while. And what have you experimented with?
I have done a little bit of everything. When I was a kid, I ran quarter midgets, and I ran micros. Then I ran an IMC modified on pavement. We ran half mile. I ran Irwindale, Madera, Altamont. Then I got into a late model, which was a Southwest Tour car. We ran Southwest Tour races, also pavement. Then, my stuff kind of fell apart at that point, and I ended up getting a ride in a midget, and then just kind of diverted to the open wheel stuff because I love it. And then all the open wheel stuff, sprint, midget, wing, non-wing, whatever. I've driven a crown car. I've driven Gravedigger.
Really?
I drove a monster truck.
How cool is that?
That is pretty cool. Went down to the Digger's Dungeon or whatever, and They let me hop in it, and I got to launch it. It was pretty crazy. It was wild because every time you land, okay, so if the car, like you sit in the car, you're like locked in that thing. If the thing bicycles and you turn, you know, your automatic instinct is to turn into it because the thing just like biked up. Well, when you turn into it real hard, it'll slam back down, and I mean, it like almost knocks you out. It like rings your bell. So like I'm flying off the track as because the thing straightened out. I drive off the track, I bang my head off the seat, and I'm like doing this like trying to get focused thing, and then I land and I turn and I'm trying to get back on the track. Well, the monster truck, every time I landed it was like kind of like that. I would have to like kind of, so I don't know if the monster truck was my thing, but that's not why I didn't get to drive it. But that's a different story, total different story.
That's an awesome story. You have to tell me something.
Yeah.
I hear it. Boy, do you think that, and we'll go back to the fact that I said about you're more of a seat of the pants type driver as far as car setup. You know what you want to feel, and you just kind of make it happen on the track. Do you think that? I see you tool. Am I wrong on that?
I don't think it's that. I think I think in order to get to where I've gotten, I have had to just learn how to drive the race car, learn how to drive street bikes, learn how to drive a quad, learn how to just drive anything. It's I feel like driving shit boxes my whole life has kind of got me to where now it doesn't even matter. Like Dave's stuff, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Bill can miss the setup and I'll carry the car. I'll put it on my back and go, you know, like, and I think anyways, I don't know.
See, you want to hear my theory?
Good.
I have a theory. So I watch you ride around the pits on a one wheel, and I said, I forget who I was telling this. I said, that's a dude right there that has a very good sense of his body. Then I said, I'll bet you he can hop on a bicycle and ride a wheelie for about 5 miles. Am I right? Yeah. And that's my theory, is that you are so in tune with your body, much like a gymnast would be or somebody like that, that's why you're so good and you can run for so many different drivers, so many different cars.
I appreciate that. That is a great compliment. And I don't think you're wrong, but it wasn't, you know, I pretty much have just trained myself, you know, like somebody's got a unicycle, give it to me. I'm gonna learn how to ride it, you know, like street bikes. I started riding street bikes, and I had this friend of mine, and he was a real smart dude, Asian dude, and he had like 6 languages in his book. And he's like, you can ride wheelies, you know that, right? And I'm like, no, the bike was heavy, I crashed, I didn't want to die. Ultimately, I didn't want to die, so I didn't want to do wheelies. So we're at Starbucks, and there's all these street bikes, and the cool kids did wheelies, you know? And he's like, Thomas, you drive race cars, you know you can do this. And I'm like, no. And he's like, I got a bike, do it on my bike. If you crash it, I don't even care. You know, I didn't have any money, you know, like I couldn't afford a bike, but I had a bike, my mom helped me get it, you know, so he gives me his bike, and I learned how to wheelie, and so yeah, now I can just like clutch up second gear wheelies on the freeway, kick it into third, ride 100-mile-an-hour wheelies for miles, and I feel like that helped me. The street bike thing helped me out so much, you know, like just learning how to, you know, you go ride hairpins up in the hills, it's just hairpin to hairpin to hairpin, so then you're getting on the front brakes and learning how to control the thing and not die. Remember the die thing, because you can crash and die. I feel like has really helped just get that sense of balance, you know, because I don't know that I always had it, but I've now acquired it, you know, with the one wheel and doing wheelies, quads, dirt bikes, street bikes. I've done it all, and it's given me a realm of like what the balance point is, what the weight transfer and momentum and you know, like it all kind of has to do with, you know, like there's this it's called the Drift Bible, okay, and it sounds funny, this guy, when I was young, it was like 2005, he's like, you need to watch the Drift Bible, whatever, I drifted stupid, right? What I thought. So I'm thumbing through YouTube, you know, after editing a Timez TV episode, and I see this, not really, but I was just trying to plug myself, Timez TV on YouTube. I come across this Drift Bible, so I watch it, you know, and it is brilliant. It is just brilliant. If you're a racer, if you want to be a racer, go watch it. It's some Japanese dude, and he sounds awesome, and then he's got all the gravity balls, and he literally runs through how to like drift, how to do all these different moves, and if you understand it because you're a racer, because you're a driver, I shouldn't say racer, because you're a driver, you get what he's talking about. Man, it's fun. Go watch it. The Drift Bible.
There you go. Tidbit of information from Timez. Thomas, I'm going to ask you one last question. Plans for next year?
Plans for next year is kind of the same thing as I did this year. You know, we're going to roll on with the 7X. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you so much, Dave, Joe.
Not everybody gets to drive for Davis.
Not everybody gets, yeah, hey, and especially not Ken. But you know, it's been an amazing road, and it just keeps getting better. You know, we've got a good notebook. You know, Keith is tough. Keith brings 10 cars, and he's got all this different notes and data because they have so much equipment at the track every night, and they can log so much data, and I feel like that really helps them. Because Buddy's good, but he's not better than Justin Gray and Thomas Meserol. You know, he's great. I'm not saying he's not, because when I watch races, he's the funnest to watch when it's not Justin, you know. So, like, I feel like, where are we going with this question? I totally diverted.
No, I just asked about your next season.
Next year, yeah, get caught up, because we're just doing the same thing as last year, you know, kind of. The sprint car looks like I'm going to be in the 2E. He's going to do like 25 shows. I'm going to run the 00 wing cars kind of back together. Should have a couple motors for that, so I get to go play with the wing a little bit. The midget, you know, Dave. Really, my whole season hinges around Dave. And
which I need to go back to Dave Estep. I said Dave Estes because Tommy Estes is over here, and I was going to talk about him. But yeah.
Yeah, it's Dave Estep. Yeah, Dave and Matt Estep. So yeah. Whatever they want to do is, and then my whole everything else kind of hinges around it. But you know, so fortunate I get to run 100 races a year and kind of bounce around and doing it. It's a lot of fun when I get to kind of jump around and do different things. You know, because doing the same 9-to-5 job sucks. And you know, so running if it was just a midget all year, it would be tough because I feel like the sprint car really helps. Because it's a little bit faster, and so then I get back in the midget, and I get back to like elbows up and driving it hard, you know. And then the midget helps the sprint car because you have to be so elbows up all the time, you know. Like it helps me get elbows up in the sprint car. The wing car helps because then it just makes everything in the non-wing stuff just kind of like slow down. And I don't know what helps the wing car other than being brave.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us. We appreciate it. I know you got a lot of people you're visiting with out here, but yeah, good luck next season. Look forward to seeing you out there.
Hey, thank you, and I speak for everybody. We really enjoy having you this year, and you do a great job on the mic. And I don't know how you do it, honestly. I really don't. I struggle interviewing. So whenever I do this, and I'm like, hey, I've actually interviewed you, and I struggle interviewing. And I've announced at the Chili Bowl, and it is so difficult. You do such a great job. So thank you. Hats off.
I appreciate that. Take care.
Thank you. And you, who's watching, we all love you. Thanks. Continue to watch. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. Continue to watch. Go watch Timez TV. It's pretty cool. I had no idea I was going to get an interview today, so came down here to really try to get an Ultra Shield seat and talk to the K1 guys because, well, they hooked me up. Look at that. It just looks fast. That is awesome. Check these out. I kind of like that. A little different. Some Nomex that I probably should wear, but I don't. How we doing?
Am I on Timez TV?
You might be.
Also been Sins for a while, and we also
What's up, dude?
What's up, buddy?
Look at that. That is as big as my fist. That is crazy. So, are you subscribed?
Yeah.
Right on, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I've been standing here for like 10 minutes waiting for Dave. Is it my turn?
Your turn, Timez.
It's my turn. Okay. All right. Let's get in the seat. Is this the one? No, it's not this one. It's this one, right?
No, you were sitting in this one, T-Man.
Oh, it is. Okay.
You know what plant you're on?
I don't know. No, I know which one's the gas and the brake, and they keep letting me drive more race cars. Look at who I found. This is the man you get a hold of if you need a camera mount, and these are the people you get a hold of if you need a seat.
Look at height here.
Merry Christmas. I want that. It's like driving a limo.
That's a first.
Well, ain't this pretty?
We went 7 races and we still have 2 sets of shocks left.
This is the new Ford. The new Ford.
I went up there and got me a hot dog while we're doing gas sitting across the thing. Not like Mark.
So now that it's in here, can I show this footage? All right. Super secretive test. Got the helmet cam on in a different position today. See how it works. It's a little lower than before, but this is what I use for my dirt bike. Just a play day at Circle City. Did a little secret test. Tim was nice enough to let me drive this thing. Dave was nice enough to supply a car, and it kind of rips. It's hard to tell when you're not racing, you know, or running with anybody else. I mean, you know, like we went and tested, and the thing was fast. We were running lap times as fast as, you know, what would have been quick time, but we were in a chillable car. You know, and we weren't there with anybody, so it's hard to say unless you have somebody to compare to. But I might be racing that pretty quick. Is that really Donnie Schatz's car?
That's really it.
Really, and they're just gonna leave it here? No shit. Let's. This is a good opportunity to kind of peek inside and see how TSR does it, you know. Sharp advantage. These carbon fiber seats seem to be super popular for the rock stars, or I should say the superstars. I think Larson and Sunshine and, you know, Macedo and Schatz, obviously.
I'm good. You?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
Doing a little filming for Team TV.
Yeah, I figured.
And these injections are real pretty. Look at this. They don't sound like that. It's more like. Well, they did hook me up with some tear-off studs, and I'm stoked about that. Look at this. The drifter in me. I race sprint cars, so I come here for that. And I got a YouTube channel, and they don't give a shit about drift cars, but I do. What's up, dude?
He's videoing me.
I'm trying to get her to walk away in those pants.
I'm not walking away.
I'm hoping. She doesn't like when I camera her, so I figure if I put it in her face long enough, she will walk away. And I've seen her walking away in those pants, so I was just, you know.
I've seen it too.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm standing right here. My dad's right
Just
there.
walk
You're right
backwards.
here.
Just walk over there.
Just turn around.
Start cracking the code.
Just turn around.
No.
Do a little dance for us. I told you she don't want to be. She don't want to be in the video.
Huh?
She don't want to be in my videos.
Quite often. I don't think I have to turn around and get over.
See, you don't have to be in the video. I just want your ass in the video.
Priority.
That's what I need for views.
Literally in the interview right here.
Hey, comment below if her ass in the video would make it better. I'm kind of regretting these. I should have taken these. Are these yours though? Yeah. Is that your lunch?
Yeah, those are just community wheat thins for everybody. Complimentary wheat thins and mints at Usac.
Yes, yes.
Ta-da!
Where's Texas?
There it is.
Stop.
Sorry.
Leave me alone.
Sorry. Hot chick's my girlfriend. So the girls are just standing over here. And I picked up this phone and I started kind of thumbing through here. And this thing's actually pretty cool. I don't know if it'll pick all this up, but it has about everything you need and then some. So yeah, go check this out. So walking by a booth, and this thing has carbon fiber rotor, and I don't really understand how that works, but the pads look like they're also carbon fiber, so maybe it's just a showpiece, but I don't know. What you working on there? That is wild.
What's happening?
That is wild.
Doing some bead rolling.
I was just checking out the gloves. The gloves are nice.
Yeah, the gloves are killer.
Genius to make black gloves. That is so cool.
I got a few more past dye changes to make.
That is awesome.
Get these ones popping up a little taller.
Right.
This guy down here and stuff.
Looks like a little Miata cage right there. All the clamps. I have a couple of these already, but I need more. I need all of them. Or a table like that, wouldn't that be bad? Check out this thing. Looks like a Pikes Peak car, maybe? I don't know. Splitters for days. Oh. But this is more my speed. What's up, dude? I would love to sit down. I gotta go get my kids off the bus.
Hey, wait a second.
Well, that is a wrap for my PRI experience, and I didn't get a whole lot of footage because there's gonna be tons of PRI footage, you know, so I'm no photographer. I like to just kind of like, you know, bring you along. And as always, thanks for watching Team STV. It's pretty cool. We got an interview with Chet, and I got to see some pretty cool hot rods. I mean, that's some hot rods. So yeah, you can see them over there. There's just lines of them here. It's a car show.